listening to the Scoop Slam Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Scoop Slam Podcast. We're back. As always, we got a PLE weekend. We got Backlash to review. Got some Raw, a little bit of Dynamite to talk about. Take of the week as usual. And then a little bit on the rumor mill, talking about releases that happened this week. Packed show, but we're going to try and keep it quick and concise. As always, on the other end of the call, he's ready to go in on the France crowd. No Diddy. It's Ryan.
Yo, Micah, ready to scoop it, slam it, and we're keeping it tight tonight, whatever time of day you're listening to this. We're keeping it tight.
It's always tonight for us. It's always like midnight when we start. So then by the end of the show, I'm like, and Okada came out.
Well, we both don't sleep very well, man.
Yeah. And that's also how I feel just watching Dynamite. So,
yeah, naturally.
But anyways, let's go ahead. Like you said, let's keep it quick. So let's go ahead. I'll let you talk about the rumor mill because I kind of forgot about it until you said something. But this past week, WWE released a handful of people, mainly NXT talent, but some main roster talent, including a former WWE champion. And so I'll let you break that down and kind of introduce the aforementioned talent.
You know, Micah, I'm getting tired of you disrespecting the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. I mean, he's a former WWE champion, Micah. Does that mean nothing to you? A former WWE champion is a free agent right now, Micah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but his run kind of killed the SmackDown Live era.
What? Hey, what about that face down with The Rock? You remember we liked that, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did.
That was because of The Rock. The Rock could have a face down with a literal rock, and I would like it.
Hey, he could just read the Chinese takeout menu and it'd be entertaining. But Jinder Mahal was there, and he did okay. And he had that title match with Seth. We liked that, didn't we?
No, the match sucked.
I like that one. Okay. All right, but still, though, do you see him landing anywhere? AEW, GCW, TNA?
I think a one-off, if he would do it, where him and Hook fought, would be funny.
Oh, my God. That would be hilarious.
I'm not saying that they should do it, but it would be kind of funny.
They bring him in for a collision in, like, Memphis, and then you get Jerry Lawler on commentary, too.
Oh, God. Jamie Hayter. JR, I think I love her. That tweet had me dying.
Jerry was the king of one-liners.
I think they'll bring him in. I have a feel like if they had never brought Flair in, I could see them not bringing Jerry Lawler in, but I think they'll bring him in too.
Especially because JR said that he wants this to be. Well, he didn't say he wanted this to be it for him, but he does want to treat his 50th year in the wrestling business with he wants to treat it as a big deal. So I can see them having a one-off celebrating JR's 50th year in the business by bringing in Jerry Lawler for a one-shot deal, maybe for one match, probably the whole show. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, see it happening.
If it was like in Oklahoma or something, that would be pretty cool. Because, I mean, even people who don't, like, really follow wrestling and know who Jim Ross is, or, like, they remember him from their childhood. So, I think, like, that would be fitting to have not a memorial show, but a celebratory show. So,
yeah, bro, if you really think about it, Jerry Lawler and JR, I heard those guys talk more than I probably heard half my family talk for the first like 15 years of my life. I mean, those guys were on every Monday, and then you got to see them on the pay-per-views, and how much wrestling I watched, all the DVDs and stuff. So I will get a kick out of it for one last time.
Yeah. Even if, I mean, we both know it won't be good.
No, it won't be good. No.
But it would still be nostalgic. But Jinder, I could see a one-shot in AEW, but I don't know. I honestly think he might kind of get out of the wrestling business.
You know what? I saw a video of him on TikTok. He's a pretty likable guy.
That's like Omas. You know, he has like a whole cologne reviewing channel.
What does he do?
He's just there existing.
He's just big. He's
Yeah.
what they should have treated Big Show like, just like not having him have him on TV. Just bring him out for special occasions.
Oh, come on now. Don't hate on Big Show like that.
But you can't lie that Big Show wasn't kind of taken for granted his whole run. Like, weren't you sick of Big Show at some points, Micah?
Yeah, and like maybe the early-ish 2000s, but
Oh, the earliest 2000s, so his beginning of his run.
no,
You got sick of Big Show.
maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe like 2006, 7, 8, but like when he was with Jericho and Miz, I didn't hate that. As a kid, I didn't hate his like heel run with the World Heavyweight Championship, but looking back on it, it may not have been that entertaining, but I don't know. He was good in WCW.
Oh yeah, but he just turned babyface and heel way too much in WWE, and they overexposed him and they kind of watered him down.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Andre thing. I mean, if Andre wrestled 15 minutes every week, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you got a point.
Was there anyone else on the release list that you're looking forward to seeing somewhere else or wish well?
You know, I am surprised they did release Gable Stevenson. I'm a little surprised. Is he? Oh, you're not?
I mean, the allegation thing kind of, I don't know that it'll ever escape him. And,
all allegations.
Well, I mean, you're right. It is allegations, but we live in a different world. So, and that kind of, I mean, like, a lot of people don't know that Stone Cold beat his wife. I mean,
or Jerry Lawler had a run-in with a 13-year-old.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know these things, but in today's day and age, it's kind of hard to escape it, especially if it's recent. I mean, Brooks Jensen praised him and said that he's very like talented in the ring, but then he had the match on NXT and said it was a stinker. So
yeah, it was buns, but they gave up on him. And is he the biggest bust WWE's ever employed?
Probably, yeah. Because I mean,
Wow.
what a lot of people thought he was going to be a Brock Lesnar, a Chad Gable, Kurt Angle, Jason Jordan, even type, and
yeah, they went all out for him. They drafted him to Monday Night Raw when he never ever had a match.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was still competing for the Olympics, I think.
Yeah, and it was the weirdest thing because he got drafted and it was during the COVID era, so it was literally just him in a room by himself, like, reacting to getting drafted at home.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, you couldn't have no family there, big bro. Make it look a little legitimate.
I don't know. I mean, I never saw his match with Baron Corbin. I just saw the online outrage. But yeah, I would probably call him. I think it's fair to say probably the biggest bust. I wouldn't even call him like a Greg Oden. I'd call him more of a Anthony.
Anthony Bennett.
Yeah, there we go. Greg Oden had injuries. Anthony Bennett just stunk.
What about Cain Velasquez? That was kind of a bust. They brought him in.
Yeah, but he was talented somewhere else. He wasn't like a rookie or nothing.
Ronda? Is he bigger bust than Ronda?
Nah, she had a WrestleMania main event. She was hot her first time, but the second run stunk.
It's gotta be somebody.
I mean, well, maybe like Maven?
No, people didn't expect Maven to be anything. I like Maven, but let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Lex Luger?
Luger wasn't a bust. He had a very, like, I would consider him kind of a Hall of Famer.
But not in WWE. They brought him in as the next Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that was all his fault. I think the booking failed him.
Well, you can say the same thing about Gable. Gable Stevenson. Booking failed him. They should have made him a heel, fresh out.
How he had one match?
Well, he had a match and he was so miscast that they made Baron Corbin the babyface. The crowd did. So he was just miscast, man.
I just think he couldn't escape the allegations. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you got a point. Like you said, not a lot of Drew Gulak got released, but I mean, it's Drew Gulak. The only thing he's known for is that run he had on 205 Live doing the PowerPoint presentations and shaking hands with Ronda Rousey's drawstring. So yeah, good riddance. People said that he was a bully backstage, so that's probably not the best way to be in modern day WWE. And a lot of NXT guys, so we really don't have to go through that. But best of luck in your future endeavors, modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, he seems like the only, and I'm not saying Jinder is crazy good or anything, but I mean, he at least has some talent. I'm not going to say anything about Drew Gulak just because I haven't seen anything from him, but it makes sense why WWE got rid of him, especially with the ties that they have now with the UFC and how big of a legend Ronda was over there, even if she is kind of a sore loser. So,
do people in the UFC fan base like Ronda?
I don't think they do because I think she's kind of a titty baby.
Yeah. Because I know the wrestling fan base have completely turned their back on her.
Like Hannah used to watch UFC, or her uncles are big to it, so we'll go over there and watch them. And she told me, she was like, I used to love Ronda Rousey whenever, and when she would fight, Hannah would watch it. And Hannah's not really big into UFC, but she was like, as soon as she lost and then just started coming up with all the excuses, that was it. I didn't like her. I think that's the turning point for everybody.
Yeah. Did you see that clip going around of Jimmy Smith saying that whenever Ronda Rousey won, it was all her hard work and dedication, but whenever she lost, it was because she had CTE and she couldn't focus on the fights and it wasn't publicized well. Did you see that clip I'm talking about?
He went in. No did he?
Yeah. I didn't read her book, but apparently she got a lot off her chest with she was not a fan of Bruce Pritchard or Johnny Ace or old Vinnie Mac either.
Yeah. And I think her and Triple H didn't necessarily see eye to eye. And maybe that was just part of the times between, change of management.
Oh, hold up now. Supposedly she had praise to say about Triple H.
Oh, I thought no, that was Paul Heyman. That was we don't plan stuff that far in advance. And then was like, oh, we plan the Sammy thing forever.
Well, that's the bloodline, son. We got stuff cooking for. We still in the third inning. Like Paul Heyman said.
Only in the third inning. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I don't really miss Ronda on my TV. I have to say.
No, she can go away. We don't need her.
But something that you will miss if you don't have it is a nice T-shirt from Dead Threads.
There you go.
So basically, we're revising things a little bit, but we got to talk about one of our sponsors before we get to our esteemed take of the week. And, I've been mentioning it for weeks now. There's lots of playoffs going on right now. MLB season just started. We got the Minnesota Timberlakers taking on the Nuggets. We got the Knicks, the Pacers, the Celtics. NBA playoffs, a whirlwind. I really don't think there's a favorite right now. You got the NHL playoffs. That's not my thing, but if that's your thing, go ahead and get it. We got big college football news with the game coming out. I don't know if you saw the cover, but...
Oh, yes, sir.
Ooh, man.
Clean.
I'm locked in.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
So before the season, make sure you get you some merch for your favorite teams. For NCAA football, they got basketball. Any sports team that you are a huge fan of, make sure to get you some rep for it. You never want to go to a sporting event and be that guy in a random T-shirt. You want to at least have a little bit of merch. And I speak from somebody who wears mine regularly. Comfort color T-shirt, very comfortable, fits well, doesn't shrink bad in the washer, which is a big thing for me because I do wear XL and I hate when a shirt shrinks. So go ahead and get you some Dead Threads. But as always, we got the take of the week sponsored by Dead Threads. You don't have one this week, but I got one for you, Ryan. So I don't know if you've heard about this, and I really wasn't going to talk about it because it's all hearsay. But there's a report floating around that Chuck Taylor apparently is injured and is potentially retiring.
Oh, yeah. Very devastating.
So basically, that's why he had this match with Trent, and the whole thing is like actually a shoot. He's apparently very banged up and may actually be retiring. So I don't know. Apparently, they've been transitioning him to a coach/producer role, but
Yeah, that guy.
That's what they said.
Okay,
but I had to go to a personal favorite honey hole here, the AEW official Reddit. And they just posted the Fightful update on Chuck Taylor. Like I said, it's all rumor. Nobody knows for sure. But somebody commented up under it.
Okay.
The more I read about this, the more thankful I am that Chuck was able to get as much exposure on AEW TV as he did. Multiple times before he thought his career was over. But the people have always had his back and given him love, which their wording doesn't make any sense right there. But, okay, that's fine. That's a fine statement. We got thing at the bottom here. I can't agree with. And when I saw it, I had to save it.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, Chuck Taylor is an all-time great in pro wrestling.
No.
He is now a living legend.
Mm-hmm.
This had 63 upvotes.
No. All-time great.
Living legend, bro. Chuck Taylor.
All-time great living legend, Chuck Taylor. Mike, have you ever seen a Chuck Taylor match? I can't remember watching him wrestle. Does he wrestle on Dynamite?
I think he's more of a Rampage guy, but to be honest with you, I don't think I have ever. I mean, I might have when the Punk era was going on, and I was just really into AEW. But like now, I can't tell you a single one I've watched. He was in that Anarchy in the Arena at Wembley. That was probably it.
Who else was in that match? I don't remember that happening.
Oh, that was the one with Moxley getting all the bamboo skewers in his head.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't the one where they were playing music throughout the whole.
No.
Weren't you there for that?
Yeah, I was there for that one, dude. I was about to have a panic attack.
Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. So the one Chuck Taylor match we seen, Moxley got skewers in his head. So I don't remember anything else happening in that match except that. Maybe he is the best wrestler of all time, man. I mean, he wrestles on Rampage and Collision. We don't watch that, so he probably is putting out bangers. We're just not here to see it. Well, so if you really have bangers when nobody's watching, does that make you the best wrestler of all time?
Oh yeah. That's the guys on the Indies are the best. All those PWG matches. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So here I got a couple stats for you, Ryan, just because I really wanted to hammer this one home.
Yeah.
In terms of his championships and accomplishments, in all elite wrestling, he has one, which is a Dynamite award. I don't even think they hand those out anymore.
What?
Which was the hardest moment to clean up after, which was him and Trent Beretta versus Santana and Ortiz. That sounds mildly sexual.
What? Yeah, what happened in that match?
I think it was their parking lot brawl.
Oh, okay. All right. What did they do in that parking lot?
Well, you don't want to know what happened in that parking lot.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, what else you got for me?
Okay, so there's a couple promotions that I don't really know. But I do know CZW, and in that he was the junior heavyweight champion one time.
Okay.
In Evolve, he was a tag champ with Drew Galloway. Big fan of that guy.
Wow, that's surprising, but okay.
Then we scroll a little bit. We got PWG, the esteemed. Oh well, that might be hard to clean up
Well,
after. The esteemed pro wrestling gorilla. He was the world champion 2 times, and the Dynamite Dumvarade tag team title tournament winner. I don't know what that is.
You're making that up.
No,
I'm making stuff up.
It's on Wikipedia.
Read his actual accomplishments. Don't be making up titles.
And then the one time he was on the PWI 500, he was 127 out of 500 in 2012.
All-time great.
All-time great.
Yeah. Oh, it goes to show that the AEW fan base are mostly delusional.
I just don't. I mean, I understand liking a guy. Like, I even understand liking an undercard guy. I mean,
they love everybody. What do you mean?
It's just everybody's great. Everything's great. Everybody's the best wrestler of all time. Like, I love Dolph Ziggler. And for much of his career, he was an undercard guy. Now, would I say he's one of my favorites of all time? Yes. Is he one of the greatest of all time? I don't know about that. Like, I would even, like, in terms of just workers, too, if you want to say, like, great workers, does Dolph scratch the top 10? Top 20? I don't know. So, Chuck Taylor?
Yeah.
Where?
Chuck Taylor.
We talking about 3,000? Maybe?
I don't know. If I had something to look at to count all these guys and make a list, Mike, I don't know if he would be in my top 3,000 either.
So
I cannot remember anything he's done.
No.
He said what? No, his last promo he got to say the SH explicit word for the first time, and everyone online rejoiced because I guess that's something he's been teasing on his Twitter for 5 years or something. But that made him the greatest of all time.
Great character work, just like his buddy Orange Cassidy.
Everything is great, Micah. Everything is perfect. AEW has been cooking. They've been putting out the greatest shows.
The feeling has been restored.
Feeling has been restored. This is where the best wrestle. Everything is great. And if you say something is nonsensical or something was trash or garbage, you're a hater. You hate wrestling. Even though when AEW was not around and people were dogging WWE, nobody jumped on WWE. Well, I'm sure there was people capable of WWE, but still, there wasn't like a mass hysteria that people were delusional and saying, well, WWE is great. This is the greatest they've ever looked. They have the greatest star, the greatest wrestling talent in the world of all time. What do you mean you don't like WWE? It wasn't like that when WWE was in the doldrums in 2018, 2017. You know what I'm saying, Micah?
I mean, it was pretty much just renowned. Everybody hated WWE.
Yeah, and it was a popular thing to say online. That WWE was trash.
That's my thing. I mean, if you hate something just because you don't like it, okay, sure, whatever. Like, there's people that don't like Punk and they don't think his stuff's good. And, whatever. Well, I'll see different. But if you can't express your opinion and just say that something's bad because everything's good because it's just different and it's a different company, like, no, sometimes they have stinkers. They have bad things. And there's no reason that Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy should be in a ring on a Wednesday night when you have guys like Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland. And, I mean, even guys that I don't necessarily love. Okada, Kenny Omega, Jay White, Adam Page. Like, I would take them in a ring over Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. Like, they have a great roster, but they don't know how to use them.
Yeah, and when they do use them, you don't see them again for another 2 or 3 weeks. But, Micah, when you say anything bad about AEW, the fan base treats it like you're attacking their character. Like you're insulting their mother or something. Like, bro, do you own stock in the company? What do you? Why are you taking this? Why are you taking this so serious? I can't voice my opinion. I can voice my opinion on any other form of media out there, but if I talk down about AEW, oh man, the neckbeards come out, Micah. The basement dwellers get heated up.
The Reddit one is the worst. Like the AEW official Reddit, they will literally take down anything that's negative.
Bro, they'll kick you out the community if you post anything that is deemed negative towards AEW. Like, oh man, you can't bring up CM Punk's name. They'll ban you.
That's so ridiculous. Well,
Crazy. He's Voldemort. Voldemort?
Voldemort.
What's that? Yeah, that guy. Him too.
Big Harry Potter fan.
Oh yeah, seen all shit of them. Yeah, all of them.
Well, anyway, speaking of fan bases, we got a little bit in store because there was a quite rowdy fan base across the pond over there. We're not talking about the UK because BackLash was from Lyon, France, and it was at a weird time. I didn't catch it live, but
wait, isn't the France is in the UK, right? France ain't in the UK.
No, they're in Europe, but not in the UK.
What is the UK?
So the UK it's formerly Great Britain, but it's like split into like 3 different. Okay, so I guess they're not. I don't know how to explain it. They're countries within a country.
Okay.
So basically, like we have states. They have country, because me and Hannah have gotten into an argument about this because she's like, the United Kingdom is not a country. And I'm like, yes, it is. And she's like, no, it's a like conglomeration, if that's the word, a conglomerate of countries. I'm like, no, that's not. It is one country, but yes, it is made up of countries. So it comprises England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. But Ireland is a separate country.
All right. Geography lessons from Scoop Slam podcast. I didn't know that, man. I just assumed that it was. I assumed France was a part of the UK, but today I learned. Every day's a school day.
Every day is a school day. Nah, for whatever reason, that's my weird, like, I'm very good with geography. And if I go somewhere one time, I know how to go back that way. Like, I know we've driven to Orlando a bunch, but I can pretty much remember how to drive to Orlando without having the GPS. Other than that time when I missed the exit.
You added on like 3 hours to our drive. But anyway,
that's because there was a wreck.
I'm good at U.S. geography because I watch wrestling my whole life. And I know way too much about Canadian provinces because I watch too much wrestling.
Yeah.
But yeah, Europe and Asia and Africa. If you ask me to name 10 countries in Africa, I don't think I can do it like that. I'll name 5. I could. I can name 5. But 10? No. Sir.
10 might be stretching it. I got 5, I think, pretty easy. But anyways, we'll get to the wrestling. We don't want to bore people with the geography talk. So, anyways, across the pond, Lyon, France was BackLash, and the crowd was rowdy from the minute they got there, which they were pretty rowdy on Friday night too, but there really wasn't a whole lot to talk about from SmackDown. But the next night, it was even crazier, especially during the main event. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But to start us off, the first match of the night, we had Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, which was supposed to be a regular tag match. They ended up brawling before the bell. Nick Aldis comes out, explains that it's no DQ. So it went a pretty good bit. I'll get an official timestamp here in just a second, but overall, I thought it was a good match with a really hot crowd that made it that much more. But what you got, Ryan, for the tag team match to start the show?
Yeah, it was a hot crowd and a really hot start. I actually like all this coming out and making it a street fight. Well, it would have been a street fight if they would have had jeans on, but I'll overlook that. It was a no DQ match. And there was some, I mean, the crowd was hot throughout. There was some crazy stuff with KO and Tama Tonga? Yeah, Tama Tonga with the chairs and the brain buster. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, that was gnarly looking. I enjoyed it, man, and the crowd made it. The crowd was a big thing in this first couple matches for me.
Yeah, they made everything a notch better. By the end of the night, we'll get there. But
did you like them singing Randy Orton's theme song?
Yeah, I seen tonight on SmackDown they did that. So it might be a thing like Edge where they did that in Clash at the Castle and then it just starts kind of catching on and now they do it everywhere.
Do they just do it on AEW still?
Oh, well. It's hard. It's hard to hear that crowd
over the deafening silence of that crowd.
Well, you said it, not me. But yeah, I thought it was an all right match. I mean, there wasn't anything just like insane about it. I did kind of worry when Randy did that RKO in the announce table and it didn't break because he came up and I'm sure he was just selling, but I was like, that's a rough bump for somebody who just came back from back surgery.
He sells that back really well too. You actually feel bad for Randy when he starts to sell his back.
Yeah, Seth could learn a thing or two.
Seth's going to kick out of that. It doesn't matter. But Tama Tonga looked really small compared to Randy Orton.
See, and Randy I was thinking that during this match, and Randy used to look kind of small back in the day.
Yeah. Now everybody looks like Rey Mysterio next to Randy Orton.
Dude, and look at like Carlito. Carlito used to be small.
Yeah.
Now he's freaking yoked.
Tama is one of the bigger guys they had in New Japan.
Really?
Yeah. It's just crazy to see him next to Randy Orton when he was one of the. I'm not gonna say he was like a giant over there in New Japan, but he looked like a pretty intimidating figure next to everybody else in New Japan.
Yeah. Well, see, I need to see. Let me look up how tall he is.
He's got to be what, 5'10"? 5'10"?
Well, his build height is 6 foot, so we'll say 5'10".
Yeah, that's 5'10".
I didn't know he was legitimately Haku's son.
That is a little strange because he is Haku's son, but I think he was adopted by Haku. So he's not technically Haku's actual blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying right here. Nephew and adopted son of Haku.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a little weird. A little weird. I don't know what the Anoa'i family is technically two different families, but they had a blood oath. Like one of the great grandfathers had a blood oath with the other great grandfather, and they merged. I don't know, man. It's weird. So where's that Samoan chart when we need it?
Yeah, pull it back up on the big screen. So are they like actually related, or is it like they're just Samoan?
Well, the Fatus and the Anoa'is are two different families. I think the Usos are part of the Fatus.
Yeah.
And Rock is a part of the Anoa'i, I believe. Or Roman is too. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going in.
Everyone is related. The whole Isle of Samoa is going to be in WWE, except Samoa Joe. He won't be there. He's the only one that's not related to everybody else from Samoa.
I was about to say the only guy with Samoa in his name. Well, anyways, like you mentioned earlier, I thought the brainbuster through the chairs was a crazy spot for WWE. I mean, they do a little bit more now than they have in the past, just because obviously different management. But that's typically an AEW spot. But we all thought that was the end, and then we get the debut of Tonga Loa, who breaks up the pin, almost missed his cue. I don't know if you saw that clip.
I did. That is a generational save by the referee too.
Yeah.
You did not. I couldn't see it on the broadcast until somebody else showed me a different camera view.
Nah, like, because they shot it perfectly for him to do it to himself. If it would have been from the side, the whole thing would have been shot.
Yeah.
Then they would have had to do
great.
the NWO method and bring the ref into the bloodline.
Oh, man. Well, is he Samoan? Maybe he has Samoan heritage.
It's 0.3% Samoan. Get him in there.
All right.
But,
Nate can be there.
wait, say that again?
I said Lil Nate can join in.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lil Nate, man.
No, I like Lil Nate, but I don't think he'll pass as Samoan. But you've seen more of Tonga Loa than me, so do you have any initial thoughts about this signing? Do you think, I think it's good for the tag division, and it gives a little depth to this side, because I think we're gonna kind of go with some like gang warfare between the bloodline, and there'll be like a bloodline wolf pack. So
I'm a little confused, Micah. You said the debut of Tonga Loa. This is the re-debut of Camacho. You mean?
I did. Yeah, I did forget about that.
Yeah, the former tag partner of Unico is now part of the biggest storyline in WWE. So again, 2024, continuing to be the biggest what the heck year in professional wrestling.
Yeah. Well, see, we've heard about Tama Tonga coming for a while, but I haven't heard anything about him coming.
They kept that quiet. That was very surprising. Nobody was calling it.
Do you think they'll get Hikuleo too?
I remember seeing him on AEW television 1 or 2 times, and I was surprised that they didn't get him already, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, he's big. I don't remember being just like crazy impressed with him, but
he's Samoan. That's all you need.
Yeah, well, when you spin it like that, you got a point. Do you remember?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you remember him being in TNA? And do you remember what his TNA name was?
Oh my God, yeah, I do remember. I don't remember watching it. I remember seeing his name. Was that Micah?
Yep, that was his name. I didn't know that. I'm looking at his Wikipedia page right now.
Oh, okay. So you didn't watch that era of TNA? Drew Galloway and Eli Drake.
Oh no, I was out by that point. Yeah, this was 2015. Nah, I was done.
They're on Pop TV at that point, or Destination America. They got on some weird channels, man.
Yeah, I think when they went to Destination America, I watched for like a little bit, and that was it.
I couldn't get past Josh Matthews. His voice annoyed me.
I don't hate him, but he's no Mike Tenay.
Oh, no, sir. Or Don West.
Yeah, that's right. But what you think overall about the signing? I mean, depth in the tag division.
Yeah, we talked about that before we started recording. It adds a little depth to the tag division, but if you're thinking that you're getting, I don't know, the Rock and Roll Express in the tag division, you better slow your roll a little bit, buddy.
Yeah.
They'll do fine in the tag division. I'm interested to see if they bring in Hikuleo or Jacob Fatu. Yeah. I think we're all waiting for Jacob Fatu though.
Yeah, I never saw him till you told me about him, and then we saw him at the Ric Flair thing, and I've seen clips, but
we didn't see him.
Well, I saw him.
Yeah. I saw the popcorn vendor. That's what I saw.
I still hate that for you.
Yeah.
But
it's the whole card, man.
Yeah. Hey, you saw Flair have a heart attack.
Well, okay. Wish you would have finished the job.
Oh, come on.
Can you imagine?
Hey, Flair don't even sell for a heart attack, brother.
They probably get a t-shirt the next day. I would have bought it. I was there. Ric Flair died.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
What if they had him lined up at the concession stand as they're wheeling him out?
He would approve.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, he would. But it is a big angle. I'm interested to see where it goes. I mean, obviously Roman's got to return at some point. Rock's got to return at some point. So I don't know. It adds depth. but we'll see.
Yeah. And when Heyman said they were in their third inning, at first I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we know this is not going to go another 2 or 3 years. But color me surprised, Micah. This might actually go another 2 or 3 years.
I could see it. And I mean, if they come out on the other side making stars like Solo, like Jacob Fatu, and I mean,
Jay.
Huh?
They already made Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at the pop he got. I mean, we'll get to that in a minute, but so overall, if it's not just to further Roman or further Rock, then it's a success. I mean, it got Sammy over too. Sammy, before he got with them, I mean, he was just kind of middle of the road in the mid card, but now look at him.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
got a point. Good match though to start the show.
Yeah. Next up for the WWE Women's Championship, we had Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi, which still the crowd by this point was absolutely amped up. I don't even think they came down a notch for the second match because they were just doing Bayley's chant like before the match started, and you could even see like the emotion was kind of overcome on their faces because they were kind of like cracked up by it that they were so livid during their match. Overall, though, it was an all right match. Tiffany Stratton had most of the offense and took most of the bumps, which makes sense. I expected the roll-up, or I expected Bayley to win, obviously, but I do like the roll-up finish because it kind of adds that element of, it could happen at any time, and it is a championship match. Like, you don't just have to hit your finisher. So it's nice to see that every once in a while.
It was a weird finish. And I don't know if it was this. It might have been this match, but the crowd was mid-chant while the cover was happening with the roll-up, and it just felt awkward because they didn't react to the cover at all.
It was this match. Yeah,
and I think it's time that we stop putting Naomi in big matches, Micah.
You didn't think? I mean, I don't think she held the match back any.
She's just not good. She was passable 10 years ago, but now at this stage, Naomi should not be near the title picture. She did not look good out here.
I think she's at best a gatekeeper. Like, she's in the Natalya range where I can't legitimately see a world title run with her right now, but I can see her being the person that you have your first feud with when you come up. And she's not great on the mic, but I mean, she's a solid worker who's going to get you a good 8 to 10, 12-minute match and get you over. And she's got like an interesting gimmick, I guess. Like the people get into it, the whole glow thing. So I didn't think anything was just downright insane.
She's mostly entrance at this point, Micah. In ring, she's cooked. It's over. No disrespect, but she's the absolute scrub in there. No disrespect.
No disrespect, but she's just garbage.
Well, of course. I mean, we call a spade here on Scoop Slam Podcast.
I don't think she's that bad. But why? Okay, so I know they've had this whole Def Rebel thing going online where people just been dogging them. Why does she say her name so slowly?
Why does everybody say a catchphrase and then the music starts? So have you noticed that's like 80% of people's songs now?
Oh, yeah. Ever since they did this trend, I recognize it. I guess because they liked the Big Show theme back in the day when he just went, where? And then you knew it was Big Show.
He sung that theme in my head.
I did always think that.
I thought Dolph sung his theme too.
Yeah, I can buy that. It's like the pop punk. I can buy
it. It's a lot of guys on the roster that has sound effect and then their music kicks in. I don't know. It's weird, man, because some guys can pull it off. Like Logan Paul's theme, that doesn't bother me. Jey Uso, when that beginning of his theme doesn't bother me. But then you got guys or gals like Naomi spelling her name slow, and the music kicks in. Like there was no reason to change her former theme song.
Nah. Or I think the worst one to me is DIY. I hate their theme song.
What about New Catch Republic?
Oh, well, that's a bad one too. But it's something about the weird like tone change with the DIY. It's like, we are DIY. Like, it's so awkward.
It's something, man. They need. I know we say this a lot, but the theme songs are very hit or miss nowadays. They're getting a little better, but there's still a long ways to go.
I don't want anybody to have misfortune in their life, but seek other employment.
Oh God, come on.
Well, anyways,
what else is available?
I mean, I don't know, a day job. Walmart needs people.
You know what? Get us out there. You play any instruments?
I can play drums.
Hey, I played the recorder a little bit in third grade.
Hey, we can get in there and just make some AI music.
That's what I'm. Hey, I was just about to say the AI music, man. Come on.
Yeah, look at that guy who made the BBL Drizzy song.
Oh, come on. Moving on.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's better than most of the theme songs, ain't it?
What else? What else happened on this card?
Following that was the World Heavyweight Championship match between Damian Priest versus Jey Uso.
Oof. Super Kick Merchant.
Yeah.
Bondage Undertaker.
Bondage Undertaker. May he rest in style. That's what Rhea said. I'm just saying. The build to this match, but I mean, Jey Uso had the place rocking when he came out. Like, I know I've called the taunt stupid and whatever, and like Yeet is like 10 years older, but I mean, people like it. Like, I can't wear that Yeet shirt just because I think it's cringe, but I saw somebody in freaking Ross wearing one the other day, so it's over.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, we were in PCB, and I was like looking down the aisle, and I was trying to find Hannah or something. I looked down there, and I was like, "Is that a Yeet shirt?" Sure enough, I didn't do the little penguin taunt back, but you know,
he would have knew. He would have knew.
No, it was a girl.
Oh, she would have knew. You should have threw your hands in the air.
Just started doing the freaking taunt in the middle of the store.
Turn your flashlight on.
No, dude, I got to talk about this because I wanted to tell you about it, but I'll just tell you about it on air. I was watching. There's this YouTuber that I watch for Try Not to Laugh videos because they crack me up. Well, anyway, I know reaction YouTubers not everybody's thing, but there's this video where this guy goes to Walmart and he tells this girl that we're going to do some challenge or whatever, and he's like, "I'll give you $50 if you do it." She's okay. So he's like, "I'm gonna stick my hand out, and you have to close your eyes and clap above it and below it, and you have to do it for like a minute without hitting my arm." And she was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it." So she starts doing it. And she's right there, like in the checkout line, and he just walks off. He goes like 50 feet away and is recording her. And she just looks like an absolute idiot right here by the self checkout, just clapping, just up and down. And I was like, dude, I was crying laughing. I don't know why.
She looked like such a nice girl, too.
Yes. Oh, you must have seen it then.
Yeah, bro, our For You page is basically it's one and the same at this point.
Well, yeah, you're probably
I saw another one where like some blonde chick, he had the same scenario, but she had to go like he held his arm out, the guy that was, I guess, doing the pranking, and he said if you duck under his arm for like a minute straight and close your eyes, then he give you a bunch of money. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen that.
I mean, it's harmless, but man, that's just embarrassing. But anyways, I don't know why. The thought of me waving my hands up and down in the middle of a Ross made me think of that. But dude, I mean,
she no ball, man. She got a Jey Uso shirt on.
Well, got to compliment her on that. But like I said, I mean, Jay had the place rocking. I mean, he was like prime rocking there. They went crazy when he came out. So, is it the Hulk Hogan appeal where it's like it don't really matter what he does in the ring? We just like the guy.
Bro, I do like Jay. I like his promos. Sometimes it gets a little. Sometimes he relies on the yeet stuff a little too much for my liking in the promos. Like he won't really. Some of his promos would be a lot better if he would just cut a bunch of that stuff out instead of playing fan service to the yeet chant.
Yeah.
But he is charismatic. He is a big star. But Micah, man, that dang bell has to ring at some point. Jey Uso's matches, I am not a fan of those.
I feel bad. I really do. But
Yeah.
I mean, the bell's got to ring.
Is this appeal enough that you can overlook his matches?
No, I don't think it's like Hogan level of, or even like Stone Cold. I mean, Stone Cold could have good matches. Don't get me wrong, but it's like the Mudhole Stomp. It looks like crap, but he was over. I don't think Jay is that over.
Man, how's he not expanded his moveset? Bro, come on, man. Like, you see the criticism online. This has been a constant criticism with the Usos for years. And bro still is the super kick merchant. I just don't understand, Mike. He has to see this. Does he not see that? And he does the worst spear of all time.
Yeah.
Like, I hated Edge's spear, but Jey Uso has probably a even worse spear.
He just don't have any like real momentum with it. Like Goldberg and like Rhino, Roman even had some like momentum going into it. Jay just kind of like jumps in the air and floats with his head down and his arm, and then like the guy kind of has to meet him halfway there. I guess
he has no bag.
Yeah. And like honestly, I think I could live with it sometimes. But if it was AEW and if you took this match and put on Wednesday night, I probably would have hated it. So I'm like, I know, like I try very hard not to be biased, and I can't co-sign this match. It was super kick, and then the look garbage elbow strikes that I hate. And if you would have taken and put Jon Moxley and a Young Buck in this spot, I'd be like, this was garbage. It was the worst match of the night. And this was probably the worst match of the night. I mean, the guys are over to an extent. Jay is very much over. Damian, so I got to give him somewhat a pass, but yeah.
The crowd made up for this, because if the crowd was not there, if they were in Corpus Christi, Texas, I mean,
easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. This would have been a quiet crowd, and this would have been universally a bad match. But it goes back to the WrestleMania 18 mindset. The crowd made up for the lack of moves in the Rock and Hogan match. So I mean, it was solid. It was there, but Jay, man, come on, we got to do something about your in ring. Yeah. I do think he's gonna win the world title soon, like within the next month. He'll win the world title, but hopefully it's not a long reign.
I could see it, because I honestly kind of bit the fake a couple times on here, but I don't know, man. I mean, there was a good ending that like kind of grabs your attention to see what happens with the Judgment Day next, but
yeah, I was just about to ask you about that.
Yeah,
did you enjoy the tease of a Judgment Day breakup?
I think that's probably the direction that they're going. The problem is, I think Priest has legs on his own, but I do think he's better with people around him. At this point, what do you do with Finn Balor? Like,
you keep him with JD. You keep him with JD. Oh God, Mike, I'm just stumbling all over myself. Can't form a coherent sentence. But you keep him with
drinking
JD.
with Ric Flair.
Oh man, I do got a little something in my Sprite Zero tonight. But anyway, Micah, No, JD, Finn, you can keep those guys together. They can be a tag team. Add some depth to the division. Oh, well, hey, hold on. Hang on. They brought in Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, former Bullet Club guys. You got Finn Balor there, the original leader of the Bullet Club. You got the Good Brothers there. Are we heading towards a Bullet Club reunion, Micah?
I don't know. 2024.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe. Now, would it be good? I don't know.
I think we missed our boat by like 8 years. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind.
Well, I mean, they'll definitely play on it. I'll say that. Like, they'll be like, because they did that with the Cody AJ thing, but I don't know. Jay, man, you got to get in the PC a little bit.
Yeah.
And to go back to your point, and then we'll move on. Like, with the Corpus Christi thing you said, I mean, even their promo they had the other day where they opened up Raw, like, the crowd did not care, like, at all.
You talking about Judgment Day or Jay?
No, Jay, when Jay and Damian had that face off to like build to this match, dude. I mean, they like waving their arms around when Jay comes out, but then I mean he has to start talking.
They said yeet a lot.
Yeah, but Jay, for whatever reason, like went from being a pretty good promo to tonight we in the city. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays into the yeet chants way too much.
Like, dude, just stop. Just cut it. Just talk like normal. Just talk like a normal human being, and it would be good.
I thought he had great promos before he started relying all the way on that yeet stuff.
He talks like a battle rapper, but none of it rhymes.
That's probably the best analogy you pulled out. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, come on.
It's facts.
I can't. Daggone it. Now I got that stupid. That thing that somebody put. I think I sent it to you of Eminem, and it was making fun of it was from 8 Mile, and he was making fun of the Drake thing. I can't remember what it said, but it's stuck in my head now. Like that's all I picture now when Jay does promos is just a little stage from 8 Mile where they do battle rap. But anyways, we got 2 matches left on Backlash. We're close to an hour, so we got the train. We're going to keep it rolling. For the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, Jade and Bianca versus the Kabuki Warriors. Quick match. I think it went 13 minutes. Which is honestly longer than I expected for Jade. Well, she was in there more than I expected. I kind of thought Bianca would hold most of the ring time just because newer to WWE. But there was a couple bobbles here and there. A very bad ref miscue when Kyrie wasn't the legal woman, and she tried to pin. He was like, "You're not legal." And then she went and had to tag Asuka, and he acknowledged that. So that was rough. I hate to be this way, but I blame most of that on the Kabuki Warriors just because.
Oh, come on.
No,
somebody got lost.
No, it wasn't Jade. I think it's Kyrie. Dude, I don't know, man.
Somebody got lost.
She needed to take that boat wheel back to Japan.
Oh, come on. Oh, man. Somebody got lost here. I don't want to put all the blame on Jade, but she needs to get some of the blame.
What? Nah, that's not what I saw. Kyrie
You didn't think she looked lost? Well, be nice.
Be nice. You called called Naomi trash earlier.
What? Okay, all right. Yeah.
No disrespect, but I ain't been impressed with a single thing that Kyrie Sane has done since she came back.
Well, she's very committed to that. The whole the dancing to other people's theme songs. She's very committed to that.
Yes, I don't understand that. It's weird.
Mind games.
But they're not looking at the other. They're looking at the camera dancing to the other person's theme song. Shouldn't you be mad?
Is it not a catchy song? Yes
or
no?
Whose theme?
Well, Bianca's.
Oh, okay. Well,
You nod
sure.
your head to that. Yeah, come on.
I thought you were talking about Jade. A storm is coming. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, did he?
Hey, well, I mean,
And it goes back to the people saying something before the actual theme song happens. Like that's like
yeah.
80% of guys' themes now. But I
And,
do like Jade's theme.
yeah, I mean, it's good, but it's just like Bianca has a little hair whip before she comes out.
It's good theme.
Yeah, it's good, but
Not a good match.
no. I mean, it was passable. Like, I'm glad Jane Bianca won. I kind of predicted this a couple months ago. I think the pairing is good because now leading into WrestleMania, you can have the two break up, and I think they'll have a really good match, especially when Jade's had a year under her belt. And I think it adds some legitimacy to the women's championship, tag championship, because I mean, Bianca is probably 1A, 1B with Rhea in terms of their hottest female stars.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think it's a good move, but I don't know, man. Kabuki Warriors, like Asuka, I don't think is the Asuka of past, and Kyrie just she's small.
You think Oscar's washed? Come on, man.
I don't like everybody loves her, and I
like Oscar. Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Well, you know what? Changing subjects. Do you think it's weird that Jade is in the Queen of the Ring tournament? Because she has to win, right?
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I haven't seen SmackDown, so I don't know if they did it. I don't know if they had a match, Jade and whoever she's facing, but she's in the tournament. Jade is. Do you put the Queen of the Ring crown on her, or what are we gonna do here?
Well, let me look at the full sheet. I almost said like slate and sheet together.
Merge it.
Because
Yeah,
Bianca's also in it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe that's the finals. That leads to the breakup.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it would immediately lead to the breakup.
Plant the seeds. Like Eddie and Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 21.
Yes.
When they wrestled each other.
Absolutely.
It didn't like a breakup didn't happen the next night, but it did plant the seed for a breakup over the summer.
So right now, I won't spoil if you haven't watched SmackDown by the time this comes out. So the already advanced are
Oh, whoa. You can spoil it. It's Friday night, man. It already happened. You can spoil it.
Oh well, I mean we're gonna review that next week, but so for the second round, sorry, snooze you lose. The second round, we still have to get Shayna Baszler versus Zelina Vega. That's happening on a live event, I believe.
I like that. I like they're doing stuff like that, live events.
Yeah, it gets some stakes and actually makes it feel like, oh, well, if I don't go to this live event, I might be missing something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So one of them will face Io Sky. Then we have Lyra Valkyria versus Zoe Stark. Then we have Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill. Then we have the winner of Michin and Tiffany Stratton, which will absolutely be Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair. So Nia versus Jade is interesting. That's a must-watch.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Because Nia has been doing some good work since she's come back.
Yeah. I mean, I agree because I didn't like her the first time.
Yeah, I think we buried her when we seen her in the Rumble.
Yeah, but she was good at
last year.
Yeah, that was the year before.
Yeah, the year before when she came back, and I don't even know if did we have a podcast at that point? It doesn't matter. We didn't like her appearance in that Rumble, but ever since she's come back to a full-time member of the roster, she's been doing some pretty good work.
Mm-hmm. So Bianca will definitely win, and I'm pretty sure Jade's going to win. So they'll meet in the semifinal.
Interesting.
If it were me, I would have Jade win.
Win the SmackDown side, or just the Jade and Bianca match?
Well, okay, because hypothetically, from the Raw side, it's going to be Zelina, I would probably say, over Shayna. I mean,
Okay.
that's a toss-up. Either way, Io Sky is coming out. And then it's Lyra Valkyria versus Zoe Stark. I'm going to say Lyra just because they seem to have a push behind her somewhat. And I would probably say Io is going to win, so you can have a heel and a babyface. So,
Okay.
if they're going to face Io, I think I would probably put it on Jade and then turn Bianca heel because that's not something she's really done before. And then Jade can kind of be your top baby face along with Rio whenever she comes back. And then Bianca and Jade have Bianca be, she's tried to compete for the WWE Championship for the past year. She tried to win the Queen of the Ring and couldn't get that. It's one of those things like she keeps trying and keeps trying and keeps trying and can't win anything other than the tag championship, but that was with Jade. So
And they've been planting seeds of Bianca different change of attitude because every time she's in a segment with Bailey or Bailey's brought up in a segment, she like gives Bailey the cold shoulder or doesn't forget what Bailey did to her, which I do like. I like that they have continuity, which if you were watching WWE over the last 10 years, continuity was something that they rarely utilized, but now they are doing stuff and they're not forgetting that they did that thing and they're bringing it up later on.
yeah. Oh, I agree. It's just like any TV show. I mean, if somebody screwed somebody over in a TV show, they're not going to forget it. It's not like, oh, you killed my brother in Game of Thrones and now we're buddy. Like,
Can they coexist? Yeah, I get you. But it is going to be interesting going into the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. A lot of different directions they can go in. But this match overall, Micah, it was there.
yeah. The finish was well done. Like how Jade maneuvered her.
Oh, yeah, the creative finisher
Yeah.
from SVR 2011.
What? So did it start? What is a power bomb? And she flipped her over.
It looked like it started as a electric chair, and then she flipped her over into a power bomb. Or it might have been a power bomb, and she flipped her over into an electric chair.
Yeah, and
then she maneuvered her into like the glam slam.
Yeah, that's right. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was very contrived, but it was pretty cool. The perfect girl to do it with because she's only like 80 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say. I mean, it's contrived, but you can kind of buy it because she's so small and Jade's a mountain. But
couldn't she have just like punched her face when she was up there?
Well, I mean, when you punch somebody and you're only 80 pounds, how much power's behind it?
Well, I guess you got a point. Thanks, Regal.
I don't understand that reference.
It just, Regal, when he was on commentary, he would always overly explain stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. Well, anyways, we got the main event of Backlash. By this point, Ryan.
Yep.
How was the crowd?
What match are we on?
Main event.
It got a little too much for me, dog. But at least they weren't quiet. But can we chant about people in the match, Micah? Can we do that?
Yeah. I mean, and it got worse as the match went on. Like, I really like to start a match out when they're that hot. That's a great thing.
This is where the camera was legitimately shaking. And I have not seen that at a WWE show since Canadian Stampede. So I will give the people of where were they at? Lyon, France. I don't know. I will give them credit for that.
Yeah. I think it was a great crowd. I think you have to put them in an all-time crowd list.
Okay.
But oh my God, dude, during this main event, and I split it up, so I can't imagine watching it live. It started to get on my nerves. Like, I mean, I appreciate that they were that hot and like, I get it. But they would legitimately, it would be 1, 2, no, and then they would chant, that was close or whatever. I think I've seen somebody break it down from like French to English. but dude, they would just chant it over and over again. And I mean, again, it's better than a dead crowd, but you can't lie and say it doesn't start getting somewhat annoying.
Yeah, distracted from the match, especially when you're not cheering for stuff that's happening in the match. You're not reacting to the moves. You are just having sing along time. And I know that's a European soccer type thing. Well, they can keep that over there. Hopefully, it never comes over here. It was very distracting.
Yeah. I mean, and it was, I love it when you pop for the moves, pop for the guys locking up, pop for the close falls and the finishers. Like, that's cool. I don't even mind chants in the middle, like "this is awesome" or "holy explicitive" or what, that don't bother me. But I don't know, man. It started to grate my nerves. But when the camera was bouncing, I was like, "Holy crap!" Like they were rocking.
Oh yeah, they were. And you know what? AJ had a very good performance in this match too.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of crazy. This is the first time they've ever met, considering they were such like big stars and kind of the indies between AJ came in 2016, but
Yeah, they barely missed each other.
yeah,
AJ was always TNA. Cody got signed fresh out of high school, basically, to WWE. And then when Cody hit the indies, AJ was already signed with WWE.
yeah. So it's just kind of crazy. It's the first time these guys have met, and they have such a history, even though they've never met.
The family. AJ wrestled. Did you see AJ, that clip going around on social media of AJ wrestling Dusty Rhodes?
But I heard him say something in the promo package about it.
Bro, they legitimately had a NWA World Championship match on pay-per-view in TNA with AJ Styles versus Dusty Rhodes in like 2002.
Holy crap. Did you watch it? Was it any good?
I didn't watch the whole match. I saw clips, but the crowd was into it. Dusty, he's old, man, so don't expect 1978 Dusty. When in 1978 he wasn't that good either, but AJ bumped like a Super Bowl for him, and AJ did beat Dusty Rhodes, which is something that not a lot of modern guys can say. But yeah, he put him in a figure four, and Dusty passed out when he was rocking the crimson mask. So yeah, AJ does have a victory over Dusty Rhodes.
Huh. That's pretty crazy. Most guys can't say that, because I heard him say I've already beaten one Rhodes, or I've already beat your daddy, and now I'm looking to beat you, or something like that. And I was like, huh? I might have to check that out.
He beat Dusty Rhodes for the NWA title, and he is wrestling Dusty Rhodes' son for the WWE title. That is something that probably will never be done ever again.
No, not unless Jeff Jarrett or Ric Flair come in. I don't even think Jarrett wrestled him for the NWA title.
Jeff Jarrett? No, probably not.
I don't know. TNA could happen.
Yeah, well, never mind. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
But, I gotta admit, I have kind of sung not the praises, but the negatives of AJ Styles in 2024, and I love AJ.
Yeah, I do too.
But he's not what he used to be athletically, and we can all admit that. But this was a great match. I mean, Dave Meltzer gave it 5 stars, and that's high praise for WWE. It was long. It went 27 minutes, and it did kind of feel long towards the end, but I mean, this was way better than I was expecting, because I thought it's going to be kind of phoned in, and you're going to be like, man, that was good, but imagine what it would have been like in 2016, 2018. And it would have been better then, don't get me wrong, but the crowd made it better, and AJ went out there, and he just, I don't know what happened. He took some pain medicine or something, but he was out there bumping. They had a great match.
Well, AJ is so great, Micah, that you compare current day AJ to 2006 AJ. It's kind of like LeBron James. He's
Yeah.
so great that you're comparing him to 2016 Bron. When if you just look at it in a vacuum, he's better than 90% of the NBA right now. And if you look at it in a vacuum, AJ Styles is better than 90% of the WWE roster right now. So, I just think it comes with the territory of being such a great in-ring performer that AJ Styles is over the last 20, 25 years. We won't really appreciate it until he's gone. But if you look at AJ Styles and you look across I hate the dog AEW, Mike, because, I'm not that type of guy. But you go over there and look across the street and you see Chris Jericho in those trunks wrestling Shibata, and it's just night and day compared to AJ Styles.
I mean, AJ is like 10 years younger.
Is he? No. AJ's what, 46?
I thought, well, yeah, you're probably right. I thought AJ was a little younger than that, but then every time I look it up, I'm surprised. He's 46.
Okay.
Chris Jericho is 53.
What about the learning tree? Yeah. Well, not that much older.
But to be fair, 5 years ago when Jericho was 48, he was decent in AEW.
He still looked out of shape.
Well, I won't refute that.
Can he get on the gas like AJ?
But I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I seen somebody on Twitter put something that was like, that meme where it's like, my mom asked if I washed the dishes, and I replied. So somebody said I replied AJ Styles, and then typically it's like, and they knew they were washed, but they were like, and they knew they weren't washed, and I was like, okay, well maybe other people are coming around because I didn't watch it live, so I didn't see anybody's reaction.
We beat the allegations because this was 2016 AJ in this match.
Oh yeah,
against Cody. This was he brought his working boots, it's the first 5-star match from Dave Meltzer since Cody and Seth in that Hell in a Cell.
Oh, that's right. He didn't give Cody and Roman 5 stars.
This is the third 5-star match in WWE in the last 26 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Which that's some bull crap, because there was definitely...
It's like 3 in AEW in the last month from Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. You can't tell me Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels wasn't no freaking 5-star match.
Roman and Cody from WrestleMania should have been 5 stars, but whatever. It's one guy's opinion. This match definitely deserves the universal praise. Cody, the 3-star general, finally got a 5-star match.
3-star general.
Well, that's what they were calling him when he first got released from WWE, the 3-star general. But he's come a long way. I'm still not sold on his title run so far. I'm still waiting on that after Bloodline program to get me really invested. This wasn't it, but this was a great match.
I think it's a good foot forward, but I do need some promos. And Cody's a good promo, but I just need I need a feud.
When my dad told me, his promos just he needs somebody to work off of.
Well, I can't agree there, but I do want to ask you about something because I wonder how you felt about it. The Burning Hammer spot where Cody kicked out at 1.
God. Did you know the significance of that move, Micah?
No, I really don't.
So that is like a legendary move in All Japan Pro Wrestling from Kenta Kobashi. He only hit that move literally maybe 6 or 7 times in his 15-year career. And whenever he hit that was like his super finisher. So nobody ever kicked out of the Burning Hammer. That's something he only pulled out when it was absolutely necessary. And it looked absolutely devastating when he did it. And if you were an All Japan Pro Wrestling fan in the 90s and the early 2000s, bro, that was blasphemy that he kicked out at 1. That's like somebody kicking out of a tombstone at 1.
I don't know, man. I was kind of a fan of it. Like,
Okay, all right.
I know people are gonna hate it because, and like I'm telling you now, in like a month when Osprey hits his little like behind the head elbow thing, and somebody kicks out of it at one, I'll be like, that's garbage and yada yada. But they call it the fighting spirit spot, and I know a bunch of people dog that online or they're in favor of it. Here's the thing: when Hulk Hogan hulks up and he kicks out of the elbow drop at one or the little Ultimate Warrior splash or whatever, that's Hulk Hogan. When Dre Listico kicks out of somebody's finish at one for a 10-minute TV match.
When he kicks out the one-winged angel at one.
Well, that's like the only move they've ever protected. When he kicks out of the hidden blade or the Busaiku knee at one and then he hulks up because it's cool. No, that sucks. You're killing your own finish for nothing for a TV match. One, this wasn't AJ's finish. Freaking WWE champion. It's not even on the same like plane.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I do think Osprey kicked out of one on the Busaiku knee last month at Dynasty. But I get what you're saying, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it just depends on who does it.
Yeah. I agree. It wasn't his finisher, so it wasn't that egregious. And he didn't directly land on his noggin, so you can kind of cover up for it. Like when Orange Cassidy gets dropped on his head on steel steps and no sells it, that's garbage. In fact, that happened this week.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. But when Cody gets dropped, he kind of braced himself a little bit, landed on his shoulder, back type area. You can cover up for it. He didn't quite get all of that burning hammer. So it didn't bother me that much. And the crowd loved it. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Overall, I will probably put it in match of the year consideration. I thought it was really, really good. I can't put it over the Roman Cody match, and I probably wouldn't put it over that Danielson match either, but it deserves its flowers. It was a lot better than I was expecting. Overall, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's going to get invited to the table, but what were you going to say?
Overall, Backlash, what would you give it out of 10?
I love that they're keeping these cards tight, which is something that we try to do here. We try. But yeah, we try. So I can't say too many bad things about this PLE. The crowd got a little annoying later on in the night, but overall, I give it about 7.7, maybe an 8. I go 7.7.
Dang, that's crazy. That was the exact number that I had in my head.
Which one, 8 or 7.7?
No, 7.7. That's what's really weird because that's down to the decimal point.
And we don't discuss this beforehand.
No. So, hey, that's got to be the answer then. I thought it was really good. A little fluff in the middle.
Yeah, but it'll be remembered for the crowd and for the great AJ Styles Cody Rhodes match.
Yeah. And I don't know, man, like the weekly or the monthly WWE pay-per-views, they're 3 hours. And if you watch them back, it's really like an hour and a half. The AEW pay-per-views, dude, it is slam full of wrestling for 4 hours.
We got another one in 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's May 26th.
All right, well, no time like the present. We got some other stuff to talk about, so let's move on. They followed that up with Monday Night Raw. I don't remember where they were at, but
come on now, Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh yeah, no, they were in Hartford.
Hartford, Connecticut. I'm sorry, dang.
Yeah.
I was so confident.
Same thing. I only knew that because Punk got locked in HQ.
What was that all about?
I don't know. He is certainly a character, but really only 2 things I want to talk about on here, and one of them I think you'll probably want to talk about more. which is the King of the Ring tournament. So
Mm.
I am interested to see who wins that, but I think Gunther's going to win. Like, I'm pretty sure Gunther's going to win. But the opening match was Ilya Dragunov versus Ricochet.
Oh my God.
And you told me earlier, because I didn't watch Raw and I was going to watch it on delay. I got behind. And you were like, if you watch any wrestling this week, watch this match. And I'm not going to lie, it was very, very good. And I'm not somebody who, I mean, I like Dragunov, but I haven't seen like a ton of his work. But this was really good. I wish I could have seen more of it. And I think I saw less because I watched the Hulu version. And somebody shared a clip online that I did not see in the Hulu version. But even that, and it was shortened, I guess, was really, really good.
Bro, how are you going to keep this man babyface when he's brutalizing baby faces like this?
Yeah. He's got too much of a heel look to me.
Yeah, he's a sadistic killer. Like, how are they going to keep this guy on the good guy side? At least they had him shake Rick O'Shea's hand. It showed him as a man of honor.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Does he know that this is predetermined? Really?
I don't know. Everything. And dude, he had that suplex off the top where he landed on his own head and busted himself open.
Yeah, his first match, he's bleeding.
And then flipped over. Nah, finisher. GG. Get this scrub out of here.
The H-bomb.
Dude. I mean, they're probably like top 5 most athletic, or at least most fast-paced guys in WWE right now. And I mean, it didn't need to be 25 minutes, but I would love to see a 15 to 20 minute match of these two. He just has such a weird, like, unorthodox style. I don't even know who to compare him to.
It's weird. Yes, the in-ring charisma is off the charts. I'm not quite sure how it's going to translate to promos, but in-ring, man, we might be seeing like and of course he's not like this guy, exactly, but a Jeff Hardy, like his in-ring and his charisma. It can translate when he doesn't have to do promos. I don't know. Or maybe like Chris Benoit, where his aggression and ruthlessness translate to him being a big star, which Benoit was for a brief period of time there. Maybe we're seeing that. But Ilya, man, that he's probably my favorite guy in ring right now in WWE.
Wow. That's high praise.
It's bro, he don't miss. You ever see that clip of Snoop Dogg like saying that MF don't ever miss.
Yeah, that mother don't miss.
Yeah, bro, he don't, man. Every time I watch his matches, like God, bro, he made it seem like he's wrestling a PLE every match he has.
Yeah, I think the Benoit is definitely a great comparison where. Because Benoit's promos, I mean, I've had to sit through quite a few watching WCW, and they got somewhat better, but yeah, he wasn't talented there. But in the ring, I mean, he just garnered your attention. You had to watch him. I think that's Ilya. And if you miss his match, you've missed probably the best match of the night, no matter where he is.
Hopefully they go with my idea of having Ilya and Gunther in the finals on the Raw side. And if they give those guys time, they are going to tear the house down.
That's what it's looking like. Because the next, I don't know, because the next match is Ilya versus Jay.
Super Kick Merchant.
Okay, this is the test. Because if Ilya can't get a good match out of Jay, he's cooked.
You said Jay's cooked or Ilya's cooked?
Jay's cooked.
Oh, well.
Because Ilya would have to beat Jay, and then he would probably face Gunther. But I think they will probably have Gunther and Jay face again because of that happened with the Intercontinental Championship that happened a couple months ago.
But if you do that, Damian Priest has nobody to feud with at the next PLE.
That's true.
Like, I would assume they run it back one more time with the Judgment Day and Jey Uso.
And it depends who's coming out of the SmackDown side. Because right now we got Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes. And then it'll probably be LA Knight versus Tama Tonga.
A lot of different ways they can go.
Yeah. This one's more unpredictable. Like, I really don't know. I could see Gunther winning it. I could see Jay winning it. I could see LA Knight winning it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's legitimately a bunch of guys you can peg to win this thing. I want to see what the prize is. Like, where are they fighting for? Are they going to get the number one contendership like they used to in the past?
I would like that. I would like some legitimacy with it. And maybe Triple H will do that since, I don't know, that was kind of a thing back in his day.
You know, I think it was 2002 when Brock Lesnar got brought up to the main roster and he won King of the Ring. The stipulation for that King of the Ring was that the winner gets the main event of SummerSlam. I like that stipulation personally. Like, the winner of the King or Queen of the Ring gets a title match at SummerSlam. I like that.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't do that because Money in the Bank's coming up. You can't have that type of stipulation when Money in the Bank's around, can you?
I mean, I think it's the same with Royal Rumble. You still got Money in the Bank around Royal Rumble. If anything, that makes it more interesting because you could have a heist of the century type situation.
But Royal Rumble and Money in the Bank isn't happening like back-to-back months. You see what I'm saying?
Well, King of the Ring is
June?
May 25th. Oh, no, don't tell me.
What's up?
That's a double pay-per-view weekend.
Oh, God. Well, set your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. You will be taking a month off after that.
Well, you know, you're probably not wrong. Clash at the Castle's next in June, and then Money in the Bank is in July.
Okay.
When is Bash at Berlin? I've been hearing about this pay-per-view for months.
I think that is in early August.
Late August. SummerSlam is early August.
Okay.
Good God at the pay-per-views, dude. Holy crap. All right,
these are
anyways.
PLEs, Micah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you always got to correct me on my terminology. The only other thing I wanted to talk about, which kind of was the King of the Ring stuff, Gunther versus Sheamus. I thought it was a really good main event, and I kind of just touched on what I was breaking down there. That I hope that King of the Ring begins to mean something again, and it's not just, oh, this is a cool title for a month, and then nothing happens.
Yeah, I thought Gunther and Sheamus, they got pretty good chemistry.
Yeah, it just feels like we've seen it a lot now.
But they don't ever have bad matches together.
No, not at all. And speaking of bad, that brings us to good old Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Oh, God.
I didn't prepare anything, so honestly...
This is off memory, huh?
Yeah, I might need you to take the reins here. And I didn't catch the main event segment.
Well, we start off the show with Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. Did you watch this, Mike?
It was certainly on in the background while I was playing Fallout.
So it was watching you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause.
All right. Well, come on, man. Don Callis was on commentary here.
I did hear that.
Taz is out injured or some kind of surgery. I don't know. And Don Callis is continuing his pursuit of the managerial services of one Orange Cassidy, Mike. Are you interested in that?
Could be interesting if it leads to a different character for Cassidy. It's mildly interesting.
Why would Cassidy even entertain that when he's babyface? Why would he want anything to do with Don Callis?
Well, I mean, promises of wealth, fortune. He don't have a family anymore because the best friends broke up. I could buy it.
Okay, all right. Well, the match happened. I don't remember anything happening in the match, but my eyes did catch a pile driver on the steel steps. Did you see that part?
I saw a clip. Now, I was watching it kind of, but I don't remember him no selling it because I thought the doctors came out and all to get him.
Bro, he took the pile driver on the steps, and then within 30 seconds he was to his feet. Legitimately, he was to his feet.
Oh Jesus!
Like I don't know, but back in my day, man, that was a hospital. That was a hospital angle. You get stretched off in a neck brace. But now Orange Cassidy is immune to any. You know what? This actually probably does make sense because he took a bunch of those Canadian destroyers. So in canon, he does have a strong neck.
Neck strong.
Neck strong. There you go.
Him and Tony
Yeah,
Khan should do workouts.
Oh, well, we got to get Roddy in there somewhere.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I remember thinking like when it was happening, I was like, so okay, we're letting this beatdown go on, and there's no security or anything.
Oh, well, the alien saved him.
Come on.
Statlander came out. This isn't you. This isn't you. Stop. I swear that's what she said, man. And Trent Beretta came to his senses and walked away.
I can't with Cassidy, man. It's too far gone.
And Cassidy gingerly got to his feet, and Don Callis helped him to the back.
Okay.
And then in the back later on, Trent Beretta came up to Cassidy, told him that if he beats Switchblade, greatest heel of all time, Jay White later on in the night, that they will get a future trios title match. Which I don't know how that works, Micah. Why would, if you win a singles match, you get a future trios match? Is that how that works?
Guess because you've proven yourself.
Okay, you prove yourself in a singles match. So that means you deserve a trios match.
That makes sense.
And what happened to the rankings? Are the rankings not a thing?
I keep forgetting about them until you bring them up.
Well, they do too.
Well,
so Trent Beretta says if he beats him, that he wants Cassidy to be part of his team, and they'll get a third guy. And then he brings up the idea of getting the best friends back together.
Wait, I do remember that because that was Rocky Romero.
Yeah, it was Rocky Romero. I'm sorry, it was Rocky Romero that said that. After he just took a pile driver by Beretta.
That booking makes sense. I'll be friends with the guy who just tried to paralyze me.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense. Let's get the band back together, even though he just attempted to murder me 10 minutes ago. So yeah, that happened on the show. Mariah May versus, I think it was Cameron something. Saraya
Harley Cameron. She's got some like bondage gimmick or something.
I don't know what's going on over there. Saraya still proven to be the biggest bust in AEW history. I know we're talking about the biggest bust in WWE history, but Saraya is definitely that in AEW.
You sound like you walked by like the weird kid table at lunch. I don't know what's going on over there.
Moving on. I didn't see Rocky Romero, Jay White. I don't know if you did either. Did you watch that?
No.
Okay, well. All right, so that happened. Who won? White defeated Rocky Romero. All right. Chris Jericho versus Jabronis, and Big Bill was by his side. Did you watch that?
Nope, didn't catch that one either.
I beat him up. The Learning Tree wins again. I don't know where they're going, but
people were praising him online. Like people were saying that this might actually start working.
Bro, I told you last week, people are coming around to the idea now. The AEW fans are on board.
Oh my god, dude! How it stinks.
But it's garbage, Micah. But it's their garbage. So it's garbage.
It's garbage, but it's our garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
There
the
you go.
Lakers with like freaking D'Angelo Russell.
So yeah, did you watch Adam Copeland, Brody King?
No. I guess I watched less of this than I thought.
This show stunk,
I
man.
thought I watched like the first hour, but then I was like, man, I can't watch any more of this.
Bro, does it feel like they just shot such a hot angle 2 weeks ago? Does it feel
No.
like they did, but you wouldn't know by watching this show because it was so boring. It was so boring. Like they have such a problem with shooting big angles and then not following up on stuff and having mid matches the week after and just treating it like it's just a part of the show and it's just paint by the numbers, back to business as usual. We're gonna have great matches, no stories involved. And I feel like they did that for this show. They just put it on autopilot. Did you see Swerve in that in-ring promo? Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did actually see that, which I thought the promo back and forth was okay. I think the embassy turning on him is kind of weird, especially because Nana like crowned him the leader of the embassy like 2 weeks
Bro,
ago.
it made no sense. Why did they turn on him and they expected us to care? They have had no promo time together. Why would we care that the embassy just turned on Swerve? Like if they would have shot an angle a month ago, Micah, or even 3 weeks ago. Hey man, Swerve, if we feel like you're leaving us out in the dust and you're just leaving us twisting the wind, we thought we were a team together. The embassy, we're supposed to stick together. If they would have just shot that type of angle weeks before, then this would have made a little bit more sense and would have had a little bit more weight to it. But why would we care that the embassy turned their back on Swerve? It just makes Swerve like a dummy, and he got beat up and laid out 2 weeks in a row now. And you know what, Micah? He got no reaction going out there. Second week in a row. People don't care about Swerve, man. And how could you? Look how they're treating him. They're treating him like Chris Jericho during the WrestleMania 18 feud with Triple H.
Oh man,
He's just there. Yeah, you could have did this with anybody. You could have kept the title on Samoa Joe if you're going to treat Swerve like this. Do people care about Swerve? He got a reaction when he brought up the Oilers, which is the hockey team adjacent to Edmonton or wherever they were at during that Dynamite, which was weird because that was, I think, the only big reactions of the night was when they brought up the Oilers. But you know, man, this segment with Swerve and the Embassy and Christian and Kill Switch made no sense. Swerve like a dummy, got laid out again, and I don't know, man. I don't think I care about this feud.
I like Christian. I like Swerve, and I want this feud to be good because I think it can be. But
I know
it's a
you want it to
matter.
be, but open your eyes now.
It's a matter of what they're gonna do. Like again, it's not the people there; it's the booking. Like
Terrible. Yeah.
they
But what I
have
laid out,
stars, and instead we get Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta. And I'm not trying to say that those guys don't deserve jobs, or like I'm not trying to wish them misfortune. But I'm just saying, in 2024, with a roster like they have, those guys should not be on Dynamite.
but Micah, like what I said earlier, why would we care that the Embassy turned on Swerve when they haven't had no promo time?
I mean, honestly, when they turned, I didn't. Like,
Yeah, like who cares? I don't know these guys. I couldn't name two of them.
yeah, they're big and they look like on face value they look impressive, but
But we know nothing about them. And they've
no.
been on TV for 4 years. We know nothing about these guys.
Nah, they ain't been on TV for 4 years.
Brian Cage has been there since the beginning. And I remember seeing one of those Samoan jabronis when we went to that Dynamite. What was that? That was 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2021, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So about 3 years ago. Yeah. So I don't ever remember him having a promo. I don't know his name. Can you help me here, Micah? What's his name?
One of them is like something Lee.
Tola Lyon.
Yeah.
Lyon, something like that. And then the other one is Loa Tutone.
Something like that.
Something Samoan. Hey, maybe the bloodline needs some people.
Come on now, we can't get the whole island.
But AEW just has a problem with shooting stuff, and then the week after, you care nothing about what they did the week before. Tony Khan got dropped on his head 2 weeks ago, and nobody's even talking about it anymore.
Well, I mean, like you said, why would you? Because they don't really do anything to rehash it. I mean, I know. So, okay, I guess we can kind of lead somewhat into the end. Because I saw the end where Danielson comes out to help FTR, and it's going to be what? FTR, Danielson, and who else?
Eddie Kingston, your favorite.
Oh, God. So, Danielson probably has beaten Big Show for most turns in one company. And then Eddie Kingston just is with him because I guess by proxy he hates the Elite or whatever.
The last time we seen Eddie Kingston, he lost his title. Why has he not asked for a rematch?
Nah, he was with he fought the House of Black at the pay-per-view with Edge and Mark Briscoe. That highly rated match that I'm sure you remember, right?
Well, why did he never ask for a rematch with Okada?
Well, you know,
Didn't he wrestle Okada?
yeah, because Okada's a champ now.
Okay, all right, okay. So I'm not misremembering. Okay.
Well, maybe that's why he's fighting him now, so he can try and get his get back.
He took a month to think about it before he wanted to get his get back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Bryan Danielson. The last time we seen him, he was convulsing on the mat. Why was there no follow up on that?
I thought he was going to be out for at least a little bit. Nah, 2 weeks.
And there's no follow up. Why does he have a problem with the Elite now?
Because they hurt Tony Khan, who put him in a position of power. I honestly don't know.
How do we know that?
Yeah.
They never told us that on air. How do we know that? Hey, Google it. What are you, stupid? That's probably what the AEW fan base is gonna say to us.
I just don't, man. And
I don't want to do a research paper to understand the storyline.
Well, that, like you said, they got hot angles, and then it feels like they started the year out strong. Like, I felt like I was kind of invested in the product, and like things were on the right path. What happened?
And then, you know what happened? CM Punk, man, that happened. He got in their heads.
I mean, yeah, that's when everything started to turn. Like WrestleMania weekend, when AEW got that new set, it's like the whole thing flipped. None of their feuds really have heat. If they do have heat, they never build up on anything. And it's just matches for the sake of having matches. You have an all-time roster. I know I've said this, I've drilled it throughout this episode. But why? Why do we have some of these people on our show?
Well, this is where the best wrestle, Micah. That's what they say. So they want to show it off every week by having different wrestlers wrestle. We're the best wrestlers.
Like, I mean, dude, I'm not saying that their women's division is crazy stacked, but like Harley Cameron,
bro, Mercedes has not wrestled a match. What? And her crowd reaction gets smaller and smaller every week.
No, they fumbled her so bad. About current wrestling.
Wait, say that again. You cut out.
I said they've messed her up so bad that Conrad said something about how bad they've messed her up, and he never says anything about current wrestling.
Oh man, that's pretty funny. But look how they're treating her, man.
She has promo time, and she's not good at cutting promos. Like,
she's been exposed. She's
just not, and that's fine. That's fine. For some people, she got over without being a promo person in WWE. That is okay. But if somebody's not a promo person, you don't debut them and only let them do promos. It'd be like if I mean, it'd be like if they debut Punk and never let him talk. He just wrestled.
Put him in match. They get the reanimated corpse of Dusty Rhodes and they never let him talk.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand, man. I don't understand what they're doing. They've got to get a different booker. The shows are not good. Rampage is useless. Collision, I haven't watched in months and I don't feel like I've missed anything. So I still tuned into Dynamite because I hope things will turn around, but
the ratings are going down and down. And if I'm TNT, I'm Warner Brothers Discovery, and I'm seeing these ratings go down and down every week, why am I giving you guys a raise again? I mean, you have no other options. What are you're gonna take this deal that we got right here?
yeah,
I'm not giving you a raise. Take this.
You gonna go to Destination America?
Oh yeah, you're gonna go to Pop TV. You know what? I don't even want to do Battle of the Belts no more. That's canceled. That's probably what's gonna happen.
Well, that should be canceled anyways because they never treat it serious.
Yeah, I don't even think they want it.
I don't know, man. I'm so blue in the face of talking about AEW and because I want it to be good. Like that's the thing people think, oh, y'all just want to hate on AEW because you like WWE or y'all a WWE fan. Like you, that might be true. Me, like I genuinely want to like AEW because I love WWE back in the day and I love TNA equally. Equally. I really did. I used to love TNA, man. I mean, I was glued to the TV Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. I was there. And I don't really like hold my allegiance to one company, but dude, like, it's just not good. It's not a good TV show. It's not a good TV product. It's not a good wrestling product. We
don't want it to go away.
No, I don't. And not at all. But if I'm interested in the character, I don't want to not see my character for 2 episodes after that. I don't want to see my character for 30 seconds in a nameless promo where Ricky Starks is saying, well, I'm coming back and I'm coming back better than ever. And that's all he says. And then another 2 weeks, I have to see him wrestle Zicky Dice.
On Collision.
Yeah, on Collision. Like, there's no consistency. There's no continuity. He just popped in my head. Not to bury the guy.
Okay, all right.
So I mean, overall, just the WWE product. While it's not,
it's been boring.
Yeah, it's not just stellar weekly, but it's like the same people show up.
Yeah, they've hit a low period, but it's still big stars. You can see big stars. You can see the guys you want to see. But in AEW, you might see one guy that you love that's supposed to be a big star, and then you won't see him for 3 weeks. Yeah. And it goes back to what Punk was saying in that interview with on the MMA Hour, where he said that guys just show up and want to just shoot promos, and they want to go home for a month. That's basically what they do, man. All the big stars, they just shoot the promos and they just go home for a month.
I mean, he kind of exposed them when he said that. Like, it's not people that really want to.
They don't want to make money.
Yeah. I don't.
Make friends.
I'm not going to say this is a blanket statement to everybody, but I think if you watch the TV and kind of read some of the backstage stuff, and I'm not targeting anybody when I say this, but I just feel like you can kind of look out and see who's there to just show up, get their money, and go home. They don't care about getting over. They don't care about getting, the company to the level of WWE or even the level of like a clear number 2. They just care about being there. And if that works for them, that's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and say that something's good just because I like people, I like wrestlers, I like the company. No. If it's WWE, if it's AEW, if it's CM Punk, because CM Punk's promo on Monday really wasn't that good. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was just there. And
at least you got to see him, though.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's props. So I don't know. I feel like I get tired of saying this stuff sometimes because it just feels like we say it and then the next week it's the same freaking thing because they don't know what to do with what they have.
Well, we're gonna get labeled haters. You know that, right?
So did Kendrick, but look where it got him. Anyways, that's it for us. We got some Backlash and some weekly reviews. Next week, we're coming back SmackDown, just the weekly TV shows, and maybe it'll be a little shorter next week. We're going to keep it short because there's a double pay-per-view, man. I'm not looking forward to that at all, but hopefully you're looking forward to the next episode of the Scoop Slam podcast. Make sure to check out some dead threads. Get you some merch from all your favorite sports teams. Make sure to follow us Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you feel like. Check us out on YouTube too, because we've been uploading some episodes there. All that'll be in the bio. All the links are down there, especially the Dead Thread link, because that'll get you 15% off of your order. Anyways, come back next week so you can find out when we're scooping and slamming again. Thank you for listening, and have a good one.